Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Friends, before going into the details of the war, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Please support by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. We are a strong community. Ukraine appreciates the Czech Republic's unconditional support for our movement towards membership in the EU and NATO. Zelensky's office deputy head of the Office of the President of Ukraine Ihor Zhavkwa held a meeting with the delegation of the Czech Republic led by Deputy Minister of Defense Tomáš Kopečný. Ihor Zhavkwa informed his Czech colleagues about the current security situation in Ukraine and countering Russia's military aggression. He noted the significant role of the Czech Republic in bringing the victory of the Ukrainian state closer due to important military support, which was provided even before the start of the full-scale invasion and continues to this day. The Czech Republic is among the top 5 foreign partners of Ukraine in terms of providing military technical assistance. We appreciate the selfless work of the Czech side to expand comprehensive support to Ukraine, in particular with the involvement of other countries, said the deputy head of the president's office. Separate attention was paid to the future joint steps to promote the European and Euro-Atlantic integration of our country, as well as the modalities of ensuring security guarantees for Ukraine until the moment of joining the North Atlantic Alliance. It is a great pleasure that in the issue of joining the EU and NATO, we enjoy the unconditional support of the Czech Republic, a special and strategic partner of Ukraine, Ihor Zhavkwa emphasized. The interlocutors discussed the possibilities of practical involvement of Czech partners in the reconstruction of Ukraine, in particular by participating in specific projects to restore critical infrastructure and social facilities in the recently liberated territories. Ihor Zhavkwa and Tomáš Kopečný also exchanged opinions on ways of further functioning of the Black Sea Grain Initiative. 6 killed in Russian airstrike on Ukraine's Mykolaiv. Mayor 6 people were killed in a Russian rocket attack on an apartment building in the southern Ukrainian city of Mykolaiv early on Friday, Mayor Alexander Senkevich said. Rescuers were digging through the debris for survivors, Senkevich wrote on the Telegram messaging app. For the latest headlines, follow our Google News channel online or via the app. The total combat losses of the enemy from 24.02 to 11.11. The total combat losses of the enemy from 24.02 to 11.11 were approximately personnel, about 79,400, plus 710 persons were liquidated, tanks 2814, plus 10, APV 5696, plus 14, artillery systems 1817, plus 12, MLRS 393, plus 0, anti-aircraft warfare systems 205, plus 0, aircraft 278, plus 0, helicopters 261, plus 1, UAV operational tactical level 1505, plus 6, cruise missiles 399, plus 0, warships, boats 16, plus 0, vehicles and fuel tanks 4259, plus 17, special equipment 159, plus 0, data are being updated. The pace does not drop. Over 700 again. The enemy suffered the greatest losses in the Bakhmut direction. U.S. announces additional Ukraine security assistance worth up to $400 million. The United States has committed more than $19.3 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since the beginning of the Biden administration. U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, announced further Ukraine security assistance valued at up to $400 million to meet Ukraine's critical security and defense needs. This is President Joe Biden's 25th drawdown of equipment from DoD inventories for Ukraine since August 2021. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd J. Austin said the security assistance will consist of a mix of critical battlefield capabilities to help Ukraine defend their homeland. Ceasefire would only benefit Russian forces. ISW Ukraine holds the initiative and is in the process of securing a major victory in Kherson, Institute for the Study of War estimates. At the same time, Russian forces continue their limited offensive attempts in Bakhmut area in Donetsk Oblast, where they have captured 2 villages yesterday. Kremlin desperately needs the pause to reconstitute Russian forces. That is why it promotes the idea of negotiations, ISW estimates. The major Ukrainian victory underway in Kherson Oblast will not be Ukraine's last. Russian officials are busy attempting to train 120,000 conscripts to deploy to the front lines in the spring. Ukrainian forces likely aim to liberate as much occupied territory as possible before those Russian reinforcements arrive. A wintertime ceasefire would only benefit Russian forces, who would use that opportunity to bolster their faltering defenses and continue their genocidal campaign to eradicate Ukrainian identity in occupied parts of Ukraine, ISW wrote in its morning report. Russia-linked Iridium app linked to Prestige ransomware attacks against Ukraine. Microsoft linked Prestige ransomware attacks against organizations in Ukraine and Poland to Russia-linked threat actors. In mid-October, Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center, MSTIC, researchers uncovered previously undetected ransomware, tracked as Prestige ransomware, employed in attacks targeting organizations in the transportation and related logistics industries in Ukraine and Poland. The Prestige ransomware first appeared in the threat landscape on October 11 in attacks occurring within an hour of each other across all victims. A notable feature of this campaign is that it is uncommon to observe the threat actors attempting to deploy ransomware into the networks of Ukrainian enterprises. The campaign shares victimology with recent operations conducted by Russia-linked threat actors. In an update provided by Microsoft this week, MSTIC attributed the campaign to the Iridium, aka Sandworm, cyber espionage group. Sandworm, aka Black Energy and Telebots, has been active since 2000. It operates under the control of Unit 74455 of the Russian GRU's main Center for Special Technologies, GTSST. The group is also the author of the NotPetya ransomware that hit hundreds of companies worldwide in June 2017, causing billions worth of damage. In April, Sandworm targeted energy facilities in Ukraine with a new strain of the Indestroyer ICS malware, INDUSTROYER2, and a new version of the Caddy Wiper. The apt hacking group is believed to have been behind numerous attacks this year, including an attack on Ukrainian energy infrastructure and the deployment of a persistent botnet called Cyclops Blink, dismantled by the US government in April. From August 2022, recorded future researchers observed a rise in command and control C2 infrastructure used by Sandworm, tracked by Ukraine's CERT-UA as UACO113. The researchers observed C2 infrastructure relying on dynamic DNS domains masquerading as Ukrainian telecommunication service providers. Microsoft's attribution to Iridium is based on forensic artifacts, as well as overlaps in victimology, TTPs, and infrastructure, with the Russia-linked apt group. The Prestige campaign may highlight a measured shift in IRIDIUM's destructive attack calculus, signaling increased risk to organizations directly supplying or transporting humanitarian or military assistance to Ukraine. More broadly, it may represent an increased risk to organizations in Eastern Europe that may be considered by the Russian state to be providing support relating to the war. MSTIC said. The Selena channel will operate 24/7. USPA reached new agreements with Romanian colleagues regarding the development of merchant shipping in the lower Danube region. In particular, Ukraine has more than doubled the number of pilots, from 16 to 40. It is also planned to modernize the infrastructure of the Selena channel and switch the waterway to 24/7 operation mode. My Romanian colleagues and I understand the problem with the exit and queue at Cattle. We have developed a road-map of joint actions. Therefore, in the near future, we expect a significant effect in the absence of queues at the exit, said Oleksiy Vostrikov, head of the Ukrainian Seaport Authority. The parties also discussed strategic plans for cooperation for the coming years. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.